Thank you very much, Mrs. President, not only for hosting this meeting, but also for choosing this very important topic. Thank you also to the keynote speakers for putting the accent on what should be important for parliaments, which is human rights, human lives, human dignity. Parliaments need to do more about the humanitarian emergency, very well pointed out by the Speaker of the Italian National Assembly. Parliaments need to do more than observe the failures of Europe Fortress and of the no-tolerance mentality. Parliaments need to do more than conclude that Dublin has failed. Parliaments need to take action, need to declare that it is a matter of credibility of our countries and of the European Union to protect those whose lives are at risk. We need to do more to ensure that tragedies in the Mediterranean happen never again. This is our responsibility, and to live up to this responsibility, we need also to fill the gaps of the executive power. We do well in calling upon states and in calling upon governments to take action, but it is our responsibility to take action ourselves. I believe the Rome Declaration issued 3 weeks ago, and the declaration to be issued by our Assembly is a show of responsibility. I also believe we should envisage ways of more active taking of responsibility. Let me make a few very, very short points which I believe we should consider to include in our declaration. Point one is that combating smuggling and combating human trafficking should never be pursued through means which may endanger the lives of those innocent. It is not acceptable to envisage collateral damages in the fight against smuggling. And this is a very, very important point to be made by parliaments, because unfortunately we have had an unacceptable death toll in the Mediterranean through operations considered to be of combating smuggling and trafficking. A second point is that the emphasis should be attributed to the fact that asylum is not an act of mercy. It's a human right of those who risk their lives in order to flee from situations and dangers for their lives and their liberty. And it's also an obligation of the states who receive them. A third point is that we should talk frankly about those who are willing to risk their lives in order to save their lives. The people who are willing to go through the Mediterranean through very, very unsafe circumstances and accepting the possibility of dying, they are not migrants, they are refugees. And we should talk about it very, very openly and very frankly. And a fourth and final point is that we should talk about racism and xenophobia, which have been raised through a very systematic danger talk about immigration or refugee flows. The real danger is nourishing racism and xenophobia. And it is a responsibility of parliaments to raise awareness against this danger. It is a responsibility of parliaments also to educate citizens and societies on human rights issues, humanitarian law issues, humanitarianism issues. Thank you.